Good afternoon, Innie. Well, I think the when has come. I'm just watching this fast-developing story on my phone right now. We are expecting within the next few moments Liz Truss, the third female Prime Minister of Britain, a G7 nation, one of the strongest economies in the world, to announce her resignation. That's the breaking news that I've just been given. It has been a chaotic couple of days in Westminster, and her entire 6-week premiership has also been a complete shambles, which began with the tumbling of the pound to levels not seen against the dollar in decades. Yesterday we had the resignation of Suella Braverman, the Home Secretary, who was once a Conservative Party leadership hopeful. Just last week, Innie, about this time, we also had the resignation of Kwasi Kwarteng, the UK's first black Chancellor. And then yesterday there was scuffles in the lobby. There was just a complete breakdown of power. And about an hour ago, we had the chairman of the Conservative Party, Jake Berry, alongside the Deputy Prime Minister, Theresa, a very close ally of Liz Truss, as well as Sir Graham Brady, who is the chairman of the 1922 Select Committee, entering number 10 Downing Street. Liz Truss, the Prime Minister, is speaking just now. I don't know if we are able to take it live or if you're able to come back to me, Innie, for more reactions. But I do believe Liz Truss, the Conservative Prime Minister, who has only been in power for 6 weeks, is announcing her resignation live on television. This is an absolute shambles, and the UK is in serious trouble at the moment. It does not reflect well, and to say that is a complete understatement.
Yeah, Juliana, well, I know this is going to rattle the markets, move the pound one way or the other. And at the close of trade today, I just wonder where the markets and the pound will be.
I cannot deliver the mandate.
That's a very good question. As I'm talking to you, I'm trying to listen to Liz Truss. But as you said, you know, the UK pound, she is resigning as leader of the Conservative Party. This is happening live as we speak. This is exactly what Liz Truss is saying. She's speaking outside number 10 Downing Street. I think what we can do, Innie, is perhaps get some reactions from Frankfurt. I'll stay in the studio, listen to Liz Truss and react, if not before, then after the break.
All right, Juliana, we'll see how we can get that in. Well, it's a hot news going on there in the UK. The Prime Minister, according to Juliana, listening right there, is resigning as we speak. And she's only spent a couple of days. And when you take away the number of days that was set for mourning for the Queen Elizabeth, who was buried, then we can count like on our fingers how many days she's been a Prime Minister. We hope to get updates on that, either here in Business Incorporated, but our subsequent programs will follow up on that and see, of course, how the markets will close today. It will be very interesting to see how the market will close, how the pound will react to this, as we've seen a really turbulent couple of days in the UK following this. All right, I think we have Juliana now joining us. She has heard what Liz Truss has said and here to give us an update. Hi, Juliana. We have you back, right?
Yes, there's a lot to unpack, Innie. Where do we start? I suppose we start with the breaking news that took place at the start of your show, and that is that Liz Truss, after just 6 weeks, has publicly announced her resignation. It was a very short statement, probably the shortest resignation statement we've had from a Prime Minister. It was about 60 seconds long. She said that she had spoken to King Charles III and announced that she would be dissolving her government before meeting with administrators of the Conservative Party. What's quite interesting in that statement is that she did say a new leader would be announced within a week, but that's also causing a huge stir amongst the general public. I've just had a quick look on Twitter, and amongst opposition parties, because we have had five Conservative Prime Ministers in the past 6 years. People are saying Absolutely not. You're not just going to shoo in a new leader without taking it to the public. So there are growing calls for a general election. And if that is not announced, people are saying they are willing to go to the streets because they're just not happy with the Conservative Party. It has been absolute chaos, which is such a shame, because I've been saying the words chaos and unprecedented for the past couple of years. But that is just how you can describe the political environment in this country at the moment. We saw it with the pound, which dipped to record lows against the dollar. We're not sure that even after the market turmoil has managed to be swept up a little bit, whether or not these consequences from the Liz Truss premiership will last for years to come. But that was the breaking news that happened at the bottom of the hour, 1:30, Liz Truss resigning as Prime Minister. It's a fast developing story, and now we just wait to see who is the top contender to take over. Sources are saying it could be Rishi Sunak, former Chancellor, the man who went head-to-head with her, and there could be some sort of double team between her and Penny Mordaunt. Now, before now, lots of people were saying it would be Jeremy Hunt, who is the Chancellor. He has just tweeted that he is not standing as PM, and some say that that is a shoo-in for Rishi Sunak. But then we can't outrule Boris Johnson, the embattled Prime Minister, because lots of Conservatives loved him, and so did the country. Will he be making a comeback? We just don't know. It's all to play for right now.
Yeah, Juliana, the uncertainty is really, really palpable at this time. I mean, reactions and anticipation and expectations from everywhere. Well, I am so sure that World Today, they're going to have you engaged on this. So I think you just stand by with more information, and the foreign desk will certainly reach out to you. But thank you so much for giving us that breaking story. Just it came out hot and sizzling at the right time.
Thank you.